Welcome back to my channel. This is Swabbly. Swabbly does stuff, and today I'm going way back into time, back to 1984, the ZX Spectrum 48K, and we're going to play Jet Set Willy. What have I let myself in for? Oh my God, save me. If you're anything like me, a man near his mid-50s that lives in the UK, you'd remember the Sinclair 48K Spectrum, released around 1983. I thought, was it 1982? I stand corrected, 1982. I remember the little thing at the bottom when you first loaded up the console. Loading a game. Oh, that noise that grated through your brain. Watching the screens draw line by line, it was like CFAX, but even older, but slightly better graphics. And then waiting 4, 5, 6 minutes for the game to not load and have to rewind the cassette. Yep, that's right, we loaded games with a cassette. None of this instant straight off the net or off your hard drive, SSD or anything like that. You had a physical cassette, which also meant you could put them through an Amstrad tape-to-tape machine and make a copy of it. Never done that, honest. Anyway, reminiscing with a friend recently, was talking about Jet Set Willy. How that we remembered it in such a fond way, that it was a great game. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to play it. I'm going to have a go. See what I think, see how I remember it. See if it's any good for today. Would I play it again? Come back at the end of the video to find out more. But for now, here's me playing a few different versions of Jet Set Willy. Enjoy. Well, here we have the original 48K Spectrum version. This brought back some memories, I can tell you. Little white character, just literally made out of pixels, walking around a house, trying to find shiny things. We all like shiny things. Walking up and down stairs, which were little more than a line. Jumping over really badly animated things. Now, the one thing that I must have forgotten about the Spectrum was colour clash. My God, you could only have one colour in an area. There was none of this hardware sprites or things like that we're used to nowadays. So when an object, like a person, walked through another object, there was good old colour clash. It looked bloody awful. 8-bit sound as well. Those little bips and bops and things like that. Yeah, there were some fantastic tunes on the Spectrum. Some fantastic tunes on the Commodore 64. They were amazing. But the sound effects in games on the old Spectrum 48K were nothing worth listening to be fair. And the graphics, not great, little pixel games. But the best thing that you could do on Jet Set Willy, read one of the Sinclair user magazines or whatever I think it was Crash magazine was the one that I used to get. For all the pokes to give you things like infinite lives, extra energy in games. Now, yep, I was one of those saddos. I did teach myself a little bit of Z80 assembly code so that I could hack through and find pokes for games. And yes, I did send in a poke for Jet Set Willy, but as these magazines only came out once a month, somebody else got there before me. I was quite upset about that. But yeah, I did complete Jet Set Willy on the original Spectrum with an infinite life poke. What a bloody cheater. But this game, bloody difficult. Pigs fly? No, they don't fly. They walk around trying to dodge things and you get hit and you die. You do start off with a good number of lives. You don't get 3 like in every other game in the galaxy. You get more than 3. But I thought, let's see how many lives I can do before I meet my demise. Can I get through this gap? Maybe not. But I thought I remember going up, was it to the attic? So I thought, let's go, walk up, find the attic, see how I do. It's not going to go well. I just know it. You know it. Everyone knows it. Funniest thing ever when it came to playing Jet Set Willy was the infinite death loop. If you fell from somewhere high and there was nothing to land on and you fell through a screen into another one, you'd continuously fall until you ran out of lives. Unfortunately, I will give you a great demonstration of how that actually works. I just knew that I'd fucked up when I got to that point. If I could just get past this bloody robot. Nope, don't do that, because you die. This game needed pixel precision jumping at every bloody level. If you got it wrong, that's it. You'd had it. You died. Now watch very carefully as I jump onto this ridge. Nope, I've ruined it. I can't go anywhere. All I can do is commit suicide. Woohoo! Look at me go. Falling to my death, ready for an infinite loop. I wonder if there's any other versions. There must be. Must have done some remixes or their own versions. So after I played the original 48K one, this was someone's kind of improvement. They've changed a bit of the graphics, they've made it run twice as fast. It's a little bit finicky. Yeah, it's got the elements of the game there. They've improved a few little things. But by and by, they've muffed a few things up as well. I've noticed when you land on platforms, they fall down. Now, I don't know if that was meant to be there, but I found this game a lot harder to play. There was just something about it. It just didn't feel right. Still had good old colour clash, but then there is no way you could get rid of that from the old 48K Spectrum. It was just an impossibility. So that's what you're stuck with. And the more I played this, the more I thought, yeah, when you jump and land on a platform, it kind of goes down, a bit of a impression, which I thought, yeah, that's a bit of a nice touch. But everything's moving too bloody quickly. You can't figure out what you're going to die on or land on. Nope, still didn't manage that gap. So I thought, let's have a look around the ground floor here. Let's see if I can get a few shinies. Oh, thank you very much. On to the next one. Where are we going to go now? Should I go up here? Why not? It's still the same game as the original, but it's changed. The movement's different. Oh, flew into a bird. What a twat. Yeah, I didn't like this one. I gave up. So, what did I try next? Well, I was hunting for a weird and wonderful 3D kind of Unreal Engine version, but there doesn't seem to be one out there. So I found the Jet Set Willy remake, which was released on PC for DOS. And oh wow, what lovely music this game's got. The sprites, beautiful. The guy no longer pure white, but actually looks like a human being walking along. The graphics still keep their classic tile map status and colouring, but it's all a lot nicer. The monsters that fly around in the house, they look like nice colourful sprites. I thought, shall I try going up the east wing? Yeah, why not? It might be a little bit easier now I can actually see what I'm doing without the bloody colour clash. No crazy loading screens for the PC version, but it still doesn't help if you don't know how to jump at the right bloody time. No, not getting the hang of this. This is too crazy. The controls, they're very simple. Left, right and jump. You've got 3 buttons. How could I get it so wrong all the time? Am I trying too hard? Have I lost the ability to play a simple platform game from the mid-80s? I'm going flipping crazy. But one thing I will say, this, compared to the original 1984 48K Spectrum version, is a world of improvement. It's bloody fantastic. What's even better, it's free to download as well. Oh, look at that. I made it up. What the hell is that green monster thing? Right, let's see how far I can get up here then. No, don't jump into his mouth because he will eat you. I remember these weird and wonderful levels. These are places you should go exploring until you've kind of got used to the game again. No, not me. I just wanted to run around and jump about just to get the overall experience of this game, this version. Best one out there that I found. There is no 3D version out there. Guess they really didn't want to make it. Well, it's an absolute shame because it would have been quite fun. Probably been actually rubbish. You think of how many original games have been remade in Unreal and they absolutely suck. Well, looks like my lives are coming to an end. That's the end of it. Ah, what a ride. Thanks for watching. Swobbly does stuff. Swobbly been doing. Jet Set Willy. I'm not going to say Swobbly doing Willy because that's just far too rude. Anyway, it's been an enjoyable experience. A bit of a throwback to 1984, being a 14-year-old lad. Sat in my bedroom with my rubber keyboard and my black and white TV. Couldn't afford a colour one. Parents weren't rich or anything like that. But it was weird. All of that colour clash, you kind of forget. 40 odd years later, it's bloody horrible. How did we put up with it back then? I don't think any other consoles had major problems like that. Console, I mean computer, it had a Z80 processor and a full rubber keyboard for God's sake. Anyway, the original Jet Set Willy was still fun to play, really hard to play in its original form. The remix version, made faster, made crap if you ask me. Didn't like it, wouldn't want to play it again if you paid me. The PC version, really smooth, nice and colourful. Really enjoyed playing it. Bit of a blast from the past. It's kind of how I remember it being like on the TV back when I played it. It's weird how 40 years can make your brain go a bit doolally, isn't it? But it got me thinking, is there other games out there from when I was like 13, 14 years old that have been remade and made better, but more importantly, remade and made rubbish? Because that would be more fun, wouldn't it? So I'm going to delve in, find some more games from my childhood, see how they've improved or been ruined. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon, get notified of future content, and stay tuned for some Spectrum updates. Catch you in the next video. Thank you again for watching. See you later.